Karibu sana kwenye kipindi Sanaa ya Kiswahili.
Sala anaanguka chini. Siasa anakuja na wekwa chini. Mzee anakuja na wekwa chini. Anaanguka.
Kiburi kwa mwanadamu si kitu chema kiburi.
Vijana umepata nafasi za kutosha au fursa za kutosha uongozini, kazi kwako.
Ni kwa vijana wana azma ya mabadiliko katika jamii.
La, kama vijana hawajapata fursa za kutosha uongozini, upo ufisadi ambao umewafanya vijana kutopata nafasi katika uongozini. Maana wale watu wenye pesa wameweza kuvinunua hivyo vyeo.
Mahali, nomino mahali, iko katika ngeli gani?
Pakumu.
Eleza muktadha wa maneno haya.
Kulingana na mimi, ninaona maneno haya ni ya Sara. Alikuwa anamwambia Dina walipokuwa nyumbani kwao.
Are you looking for a brand-growing outdoor advertising with beautiful simplicity and an artistically inspired choice? Look no further. Our 40 years of credible reputation and experience will give you exceptional brand traction. We are located at Corner Plaza, 4th floor on Parklands Road. TikTok. Get your brand on the talk with City Clock.
Karibu sana kwenye kipindi Sanaa ya Kiswahili.
Sala anaanguka chini. Siasa anakuja na wekwa chini. Mzee anakuja na wekwa chini. Anaanguka.
Kiburi kwa mwanadamu si kitu chema kiburi.
Vijana umepata nafasi za kutosha au fursa za kutosha uongozini, kazi kwako.
Ni kwa vijana wana azma ya mabadiliko katika jamii.
La, kama vijana hawajapata fursa za kutosha uongozini, upo ufisadi ambao umewafanya vijana kutopata nafasi katika uongozini. Maana wale watu wenye pesa wameweza kuvinunua hivyo vyeo.
Mahali, nomino mahali, iko katika ngeli gani?
Pakumu.
Eleza muktadha wa maneno haya.
Kulingana na mimi, ninaona maneno haya ni ya Sara. Alikuwa anamwambia Dina walipokuwa nyumbani kwao.
Say bye-bye to FOMO, the fear of missing out, by downloading the KBC Online app that gives you access to everything you love. Get the latest news, sport, music, entertainment news, live radio, and so much more at the palm of your hands. To get the app, simply search KBC Mobile Digital App in your Google Play or App Store and download the app. Catch what you want, anytime, anywhere. Stay connected. Stay ahead with KBC Mobile Digital App.
Mamlaka ya ukusanyaji ushuru nchini inakuletea kampeni ya umma ya G-Nice na Risiti Legit. Thibitisha risiti yako ukitumia app ya Risiti Legit, upate nafasi ya kuibuka mshindi wa zawadi kemkem kama vile shilingi milioni 1 pesa taslim, laptops, televisheni ya inchi 50, smartphones na zawadi zingine. Jumamosi tarehe 16 Novemba tutakuwa Kangemi, Odhiru, Kinoo, Wangige, Kikuyu, Dagoretti, Satellite, Nairobi West, South C, South B, Ngong Road, Kibera, Karen, Ngong na Rongai. Pata app ya Risiti Legit kwa Google Play Store au App Store kwa maelezo ya kuingia katika mashindano ya Risiti Legit. G-Nice na Risiti Legit. KRA, tulipe ushuru tujitegemee.
It is the 16th day of November, the year 2024, and you're just in time for the Legends Edition, coming to you live from Broadcasting House in the Green City in the Sun, Nairobi, Kenya. I'm Edmund Mudibo. And top in this bulletin,
ajiri walimu wengine 20,000 ambao watatusaidia kusomesha watoto wetu. Mimi sasa nasukumana na hiyo affordable housing. Hata hapa Embu tayari iko 80% ambayo tumefanya. Tunajenga nyumba 1,160 tayari inaendelea sehemu tofauti tofauti.
it is a job well done. President William Ruto defends his government's development track record. Episcopal consecration and installation. Bishop Peter Kimani Ndung'u takes his position among Catholics' lead spiritual figures. Fighting cancer, one equipment at a time. See how a Cobalt laboratory is saving Kenyans millions of shillings in the war against the deadly disease. And Raw Kenya Roars. The national men's 15-a-side rugby team, Kenya Simbas, silences Uganda Cranes to retain the Elgon Cup. Asante sana for making us your choice this evening. Our sign language interpreter is Anne Wangeshi. President William Ruto and his predecessor, retired President Uhuru Kenyatta, today shared a podium in the consecration of Catholic Church Bishop Peter Kimani in Embu County. The duo sat together for the first time since Uhuru left office in 2022. Deputy President Kithure Kindiki invited the two to the podium. Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua also sat in the same event with his former boss for the first time since their fallout. Uhuru called on Kenyans to shun tribal divisions, asked the leaders to respect the electorate in order to, in turn, be respected.
The Episcopal consecration of Catholic Church Bishop Peter Kimani in Embu provided a platform for perceived political nemesis, President William Ruto and his predecessor, fourth President Uhuru Kenyatta, sending mixed political undertones. The two leaders shared a platform for the first time since the inauguration of President Ruto at Kasarani Stadium in 2022. When invited to speak, Uhuru, who called for peace, unity and shunning of tribal divisions, told the elected leaders to respect the electorate in order to in turn be respected.
Tuombee nchi yetu. Tuombee amani. Tuombee uwiano kati ya viongozi na wananchi. tuache mambo ya ukabila na tupendane.
He also, on a light note with seemingly political undertones, said they only watch political happenings on television but won't comment on them, moving the crowd to laughter.
Najua mimi sasa siku hizi mimi sina mastori mingi. Mimi naangalianga tu TV. na kusikia radio tu. Vile tumesema bishop wa waheshimu, nyinyi mutarudisha hiyo. So viongozi pia muheshimu wananchi na watarudisha hiyo heshima.
On his turn to the podium, President Ruto addressed him severally as his former boss, saying he was working to implement the remaining projects. He appeared to play down their rivalry during the succession politics.
Nataka tu nimwambie kiongozi wetu aliyestaafu Rais Uhuru Kenyatta, ile kazi uliniwachia mimi nang'ang'ana nayo mbaya sana. Nasukuma kusukuma.
The event would also see former DP Rigathi Gachagua sit with President Ruto for the first time since their dramatic fallout and subsequent appointment and swearing in of Professor Kithure Kindiki as Deputy President. Although he was not afforded a chance to speak, Gachagua, however, received cheers from the crowd as his presence was recognized by the church leaders.
Our former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua.
The event bringing together the leaders turned political arch-rivals a day after the Catholic bishops called out the government. Give us in Minor Legends Edition.
President William Ruto has acknowledged the critical statement issued by the Catholic bishops 2 days ago and has promised to institute appropriate reforms in his government. Speaking during the consecration of Bishop Peter Kimani in Embu, the head of state defended his performance over the last 2 years in front of his predecessor Uhuru Kenyatta. Gishuki Washira has the report.
For a second day since Catholic bishops criticized the performance of Kenya Kwanza administration, President William Ruto attended yet another event hosted by the Catholic Church.
Leo mimi niko Embu kwa sherehe hii ya muhimu sana ya askofu wetu wa Embu. Jana nilikuwa katika graduation ya Tangaza University ambayo inasimamiwa na kanisa letu la Katoliki. Na juzi nilipata salamu kutoka maaskofu wetu ya barua.
The head of state recognized the statement of criticism issued by the Catholic bishops 2 days ago and committed to ensure there are appropriate changes in the performance of his government.
Baada ya hii Krismasi, mapema mwaka ujao, nitakuwa hapa. Mambo yenu ya maji, mambo yenu ya barabara, mambo yenu ya stima, masomo ya watoto wetu, niko na mambo hiyo yote na tutakuja tuseme wakati huo.
On Thursday, the Catholic bishops called out impunity in the Kenya Kwanza government, accusing it of lying to the people. President Ruto, while appreciating the need for the state and the church to work together, defended his government, saying it had achieved key milestones in the education, health and housing sectors.
Mimi sasa nasukumana na hiyo affordable housing. Hata hapa Embu tayari iko 80% ambayo tumefanya. Tunajenga nyumba 1160 tayari inaendelea sehemu tofauti tofauti. Mambo ya matibabu isiwe starehe ya watu wadosi, iwe ni haki ya kila mwananchi wa taifa letu la Kenya. Na hiyo kazi nitahakikisha, kwa sababu tulianzisha pale ikawa na matatizo, lakini mimi nataka niwahakikishia wa Kenya na niwahakikishia wa maaskofu wetu, vile wametusahihisha kwamba kuna makosa hapa na pale, hiyo makosa tutarekebisha.
The president also toured the Embu Level 5 hospital to inspect the state of service delivery. The president is on Sunday expected to attend a Catholic church service, Gishoki Washira, Legends Edition.
Newly installed Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Embu, Peter Kimani Ndung'u, has pledged to continue working diligently for the Catholic Church and particularly for the Catholic faithful in Embu County and Kenya at large. Speaking during his Episcopal consecration and installation at the University of Embu grounds, Bishop Ndung'u emphasized this need for peace, calling on everyone to embrace one another.
At the University of Embu grounds, the Episcopal consecration and installation of Bishop Peter Kimani Ndung'u brought together clergy, Catholic faithful, dignitaries, local leaders, and community members. After the liturgy of the word, Bishop Ndung'u walked towards the front of the altar, accompanied by his assistant priests. Here, he prostrated, kissing the ground to symbolize his love for the people of Embu and his readiness to lead the Catholic Christians in the Diocese of Embu. He then proceeded to the altar, where he took his vows to serve the Church and the Catholic faithful.
Je, unataka kuwa mkarimu na mwenye huruma kwa maskini, wageni na wahitaji wote kwa jina la Bwana?
Nataka.
Bishop Ndung'u was anointed on the head with sacred chrism and was later handed the signs and symbols of his office, a ring, a mitre, and a crozier. In his message of gratitude and first address as bishop, he emphasized the need for peace.
I do not take it for granted, and this is also a testament of our common purpose as church and state, to serve the people holistically and in solidarity for the good of all. So let us embrace each other in this area and focus on this common purpose through listening to each other and also discerning what God wants us to do together to make Kenya great.
Before his appointment, Bishop Peter Kimani Ndung'u served as the National Chaplain of Kenya Prisons Service for 24 years. Jacqueline Masharia for Legends Edition.
Well, it's time now for our very first break, but we beseech that you stay with us because there's plenty more on the other side.
Imagine a future where you can enjoy the fruits of your hard work without financial worries. A time when you can truly relax, travel, and pursue your passions. To achieve that dream, you need to plan today. With the cost of living constantly rising and inflation showing no signs of slowing down, the money you need today will be nearly 10 times higher by the time you retire. Without a solid retirement plan, you risk financial insecurity when your active income stops. That's why saving for retirement is necessary. Regardless of your age, it's never too early or too late to start planning. Engage with experts from any RBA registered individual pension plan for guidance in tailoring a retirement strategy based on your current lifestyle, future goals, and desired retirement age. This provides the fixed regular income you'll need after retirement to ensure you live comfortably without compromising your quality of life. The earlier you start saving, the more secure your future will be. Start saving for your retirement today and live your golden years the way you've always dreamed. For more information, visit our website www.rba.go.ke, call our toll-free line 0800 720 300 or email info@rba.go.ke. Secure your future. Secure your peace of mind. RBA, safeguarding your retirement benefits.
Wewe bro, nipatie hiyo risiti ya items. Wazi wazi.
Cheki, mimi sina ado hizo
Excuse, niletee risiti yangu ya items.
Asante.
Ni pesa ngapi? 3,000. Hebu nisaidie na ile receipt ya ATMs.
Nimeshinda mili. I'm the latest millionaire. Marry me, baby.
Yes! Guys, nimeshinda laptop. Nimeshinda TV 50 inches.
G-Nice na Receipt Legit promotion kutoka KRA. Download Receipt Legit app, scan QR code kwenye receipt yako, ujishindie zawadi kem kila wiki. Kuna grand prize ya milioni 3 kwa washindi watatu, milioni kila mmoja.
Hii season hatuchezi tu, tunasaidia na tunashinda. Kupitia *570# na kuchagua option number 4, you stand a chance ya kujishindia this beautiful, sleek Toyota Probox. With a 1500cc engine, fuel consumption iko chini. Exterior iko sawa, and let's not forget, iko na a spacious boot. Iko na sound system mzuri sana with speakers on both sides, phone holder na touchscreen monitor. Ukijishindia hii gari, there is so much you can do. Kama ni kuendea stock sokoni, hii gari itakufaa. Kama ni transportation, iko sawa. Dial *570#, chagua option number 4 na utomoke na this Toyota Probox hii December.
Her efforts in promoting gender equality and inclusivity is second to none, and it's very testament in the work that she does and the projects that she's involved in.
Senator Hamida Kibwana, nominated senator for Nairobi. You talk about nominated, there's no difference of nominated and elected when you get to that house. You really have to have a heart to fight all this. You know, you have to have the will and power. See 2/3 tu mutuangalie muingize kitu yoyote ya wanawake ndani so that we can garner. And to be honest, let me tell you, for me to be nominated, I hold my head high. You know, you take care of yourselves. The other thing, don't rush for, material things. Our girls nowadays, niko na mbabas. Why would you think that only men can do that? And some of us didn't grow to that. And where can't I take myself now?
Welcome back. Fans of Ingo FM, Kenya Broadcasting Corporation's Luya vernacular radio station, thronged the Guava Resort in Kakamega County in celebration of the station's 12th anniversary. Earlier in the day, the Ingo FM staff and fans gathered at Ebulafu Primary School for a tree planting session. Achola Simon reports.
As early as 9 a.m., enthusiastic fans of Ingo FM had already gathered along Butere, Musanda, Ugunja Road to catch a glimpse of their favorite presenters. Ingo FM staff then joined the jubilant fans in the Scooty dance as the entourage made its way to Evlafu Primary School. Upon arrival, they joined the teachers and pupils in planting hundreds of tree seedlings in line with the government's national tree planting agenda.
Nafasi tupande miti na tukipanda miti tunagrow hiyo miti. Sawa sawa? Au pandi na kuacha, unapanda, unanyunyizia, unapalilia, uhakikisha imekuwa. Tukiwa karibu na mto, msilime mpaka ndani ya mto kwa sababu unafanya udongo ioshwe.
From here, all roads led to Guava Resort for the mega birthday party, whose highlight was cutting of a cake to celebrate 12 years of Ingo FM's existence. Thereafter, the guests were treated to sumptuous meals synonymous with the various communities within the larger Luya tribe, while being serenaded by renowned musicians from the region. Ingo FM management promised to continue delivering the best content both on air and online.
Tumekuja nyumbani, tumeleta huyu mtu ambaye nyinyi wenyewe mlimpea jina mkamuita Radio Ingo ingini yemuitala. Mtu asikuje kuwatanganya. Radio Ingo ni station ya Kiluya namba 1.
Achola Simon, latest edition, Kakamega County.
The Kenya Revenue Authority, KRA, in collaboration with the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, KBC, took the ongoing G-Nice na Receipt Legit campaign to Kangemi, Kikuyu, Kangware, Ngong Road and Rongai, where members of the public were sensitized on tax services such as e-TIMS receipts. The Public Awareness Initiative seeks to revolutionize business practices while boosting tax compliance. The caravan will on Tuesday pitch camp in Nakuru, traversing Naivasha, Gilgil, Nyahururu, Ol Kalou, Subukia, Bahati and Langa. The public campaign, which runs for a month, urges Kenyans to scan QR codes on ETR and e-TIMS receipts to win cash and non-cash prizes. So far, more than 700 Kenyans have interacted with the e-TIMS platform. A section of Baringo lawmakers has joined the fray in defending the government against the accusations of failing to fulfill its promises. This as the Communist Party Marxist is calling on Kenyans to join hands in demanding better leadership from the government.
A section of Baringo leaders led by Baringo North Member of Parliament Joseph Maklap has joined the fray in defending the government against the accusations of failing to fulfill its promises, perpetrating corruption and violations of human rights, among others.
Tukiona mabishop wakitupika vita, tunashangaa bishops kweli wa ndugu zetu mabishop, tunawaomba kwa unyenyekevu. Nyinyi bishops kweli, nyinyi ndio mnataka kuombea serikali na kuombea wakora yote na kutoa tambi kwa watu.
This is Mumias East Member of Parliament Peter Salasia backed religious leaders for faulting the government for what he says is consistent neglect of the economy.
Sasa sisi tunataka kusema kwamba kuambia serikali ya Kenya Kwanza, these are the bishops who endorsed them and they must also listen to them.
Similarly, the Communist Party of Kenya has unveiled its new leadership and changed its name to the Communist Party Marxist.
I would like to remind ourselves that the divisions among communists are not squabbles around friends. They are not divisions of family relations, but it is a firm reminder of opportunism and revisionism.
I am here on behalf of my party, really honored to be here to show our solidarity with all of the comrades from the Communist Party of Kenya, to show our solidarity with their struggle, to also show our appreciation for the work that they have been doing in support of the Gen Z movement, for the solidarity they've shown with the people of Haiti, for the steadfastness they've shown standing with the people of Palestine.
The new General Secretary Bukangesa has called on Kenyans to join hands in demanding better leadership from the government. The party is holding a 2-day delegates conference in Nairobi to adopt strategies that will strengthen the political outfit.
There is no democracy in Kenya because we only have the people who wants the rich to actually rule. And for the Communist Party of Kenya, we are also reaffirming that the poor people did not lose their brain, that the poor people can also not just study and bring a new level of politics that is actually led by the majority of the people.
Tilio Marco for Legends Edition.
The national and Nairobi County governments are turning to the creative economy to lower the rate of unemployment. Content creation and photography are emerging as attractive alternatives for millions of youth who are finding it difficult to find white-collar jobs. Just the generation that came before them, many young Kenyans are turning to photography, leveraging technology to stay ahead. Edward Kabasa walked the streets of Nairobi and spoke to some of those taking advantage of an all-important waiver to earn a living.
It is Monday afternoon and Enoch Kumbiji is busy at work. For more than 2 years, the streets of Nairobi have been his theatre of dreams.
I chose photography because for me, it allows me to get some free time, and this is also my passion. Yeah.
Enoch says he's grateful that the county government has allowed them to freely use the streets to earn a living.
What I hate about it is clients want fast delivery on things that are impossible, you know. For example, if I take your picture, editing, something that takes time. For you to produce a good product, it has to take time. And you know, clients, especially these life wins, they really harass you to produce photos early.
75% of Kenya's population is aged below 35 years, and 4.5 million of them are unemployed. Street photography is not a new industry in Kenya.
Kenyatta International Convention Center is one of the landmarks in Nairobi County. For years, it has been the studio of a legendary group of photographers, and I'm about to take one of Nairobi's most famous photographs.
Hapo, yeah, alafu face mimi hapa. Kwa majina ni John Mwangi.
My name is John Mwangi. I'm a photographer at the KICC. I can take photos anywhere, whether in the sun or under the shade.
Piga picha na itoke vizuri juu mimi ni mkitu ni I'm a professional.
These senior photographers say they still have it and are not intimidated by technological advancement. Every day, more than 4 million people walk the streets of Nairobi, creating an endless market for photographers like Enoch.
As things are getting devolved, as more and more services are being devolved, the creativity is coming up. This having been the capital city, I think we are a bit advantaged in terms of technology and innovation. This was the hub. And so we are probably a step ahead. And we are also coming up with also our own tourist attractions, because in Nairobi, there's a lot of heritage, cultural heritage that we want to start profiling.
The Kenyan government recently announced that it is working with social media giants like Facebook and TikTok to explore ways in which Kenyan content creators can earn directly from their work. Reporting from Nairobi, Kenya, I am Edward Kabasa.
Well, the analog days, good old days for the legends. Stakeholders in the childcare sector are urging the government to formulate policies that are favorable to daycare owners. They say high license fees make it difficult to make ends meet, especially for the children caregivers in the informal settlement. These sentiments were made during an annual gala for mom entrepreneurs organized by a non-profit organization.
This year's annual gala, organized by Kidogo, a non-profit organization, was held on Saturday at St. Andrew's PCEA in Nairobi. Over 500 children caregivers in Nairobi convened for the event dubbed Mamapreneurs and Babapreneurs, which was also organized as part of the festivities. Kidogo was established 10 years ago with an aim of helping low-income earners in the informal settlement to earn a living through efficient and profitable childcare services.
Make childcare work for everyone, for children, for mothers, to give them a peace of mind, knowing that they can work, and for our mamapreneurs, where they can earn a dignified livelihood by doing this work.
I was able to learn a lot of things in terms of childcare and also how I can better my business.
Since we enrolled in Kidogo, we have seen changes in our centers, especially on the nutrition side of the children and also the general well-being of our children.
Kidogo is partnering with the county governments to ensure relevant policies are formulated for the childcare sector.
We operate a franchising model that entails going into the communities where we work, identifying the daycares that are there, and upskilling them, providing them with training, providing them with mentorship, and also with resources they need to better care for the kids within their daycares.
What we would try to encourage the government to do
is consider policies that speak specifically to children under the age of 3. We would like now there to be very tangible things in place. For example, licensing for childcare providers.
Nairobi County Government is among those collaborating with daycare service providers to ensure compliance and guarantee the safety of children in the daycare centers.
We have a multi-sectoral approach in Nairobi City County whereby health, be it planning, be it security and compliance, we work together. We have a team that we have formed at the county level to ensure that at childcare, the 0 to 3s, the 4 to 5s are all taken good care of.
Martini Maslin, Legends Edition.
Je, ungependa kuwa mshindi na Lucky Box? Ni rahisi sana.
Bonyeza *463# uwe mshindi.
So unbelievable, and I don't wanna let it go.
Anaweza kuwa mshindi. Bonyeza *463# uwe mshindi.
Kuchagua box ni kuchagua chapa.
Kumbuka, kila unapocheza Lucky Box unasaidia watoto kusoma.
Mamlaka ya ukusanyaji ushuru nchini inakuletea kampeni ya umma ya G-Nice na Risiti Legit. Thibitisha risiti yako ukitumia app ya Risiti Legit, upate nafasi ya kuibuka mshindi wa zawadi kemkem kama vile shilingi milioni 1 pesa taslim, laptops, televisheni ya inchi 50, smartphones na zawadi zingine. Jumamosi tarehe 16 Novemba tutakuwa Kangemi, Odhiru, Kinoo, Wangige, Kikuyu, Dagoretti, Satellite, Nairobi West, South C, South B, Ngong Road, Kibera, Karen, Ngong na Rongai. Pata app ya Risiti Legit kwa Google Play Store au App Store kwa maelezo ya kuingia katika mashindano ya Risiti Legit. G-Nice na Risiti Legit. KRA, tulipe ushuru tujitegemee.
Join me on a journey as we unlock the secrets of a healthier and vibrant you. We'll also share real-life stories of courage and resilience.
From the waist down, I felt like I was paralyzed. The pain was too much, and I never used to eat when I'm on my menses.
Tangu hiyo onje nishike, nimeharibu vitu zangu mingi ili nipone, lakini sasa hakuna kupona.
And experts interviews shedding light on various conditions and treatments.
Surgery seems to be the only option for women suffering from endometriosis.
You feel something is wrong in my stomach or in my intestine or at the back. Don't just ignore it.
So you're talking of bowel, bladder, ureter, kidneys, so you have to be very careful.
Plus, we provide practical health tips for living a healthy lifestyle, no matter what challenges you may face. Only on KBC Channel 1.
Hospitals across the country can now cut down on costs for services that were, for the longest time, sought from abroad on the calibration of radiotherapy equipment used for cancer treatment. This follows the procurement and installation of a state-of-the-art cobalt laboratory at the Kenya Bureau of Standards KEBS headquarters in Nairobi. Kamche Menza tells us more.
Grace Ateka, head of dosimetry here at the Kenya Bureau of Standards headquarters, welcomes us into the little-known but very vital cobalt laboratory, a lab used for calibration of radiotherapy equipment used for cancer treatment.
So basically, during cancer treatment, a lot of radiation is used when you're using the LINAC to treat cancer. you have to expose the cancer to a certain level of radiation. For you to know the amount of radiation you are going to expose to the patient, it is important that you have the equipment calibrated.
The radiotherapy calibration system uses a very highly radioactive isotope called cobalt-60 to do the calibration. It is installed with safety features to detect danger and also protect the environment. We too had to observe safety measures by wearing a dosimeter badge, which detects any exposure to radiation.
So first of all, you can see here, this is our meter for radiation. It is reading 00 because now we are safe. Because right now we are safe. But if I say, let me switch it on, then you see what happens. When it goes to on, you'll hear that alarm, and then that red light, the yellow light will come and say, grave danger, high radiation, and then you can see here, we are reading 4 and it's going high.
The cobalt-60 system is safely housed inside the radiation room. It is made up of grey heavy lead casing, and on the inside the cobalt that is said to be the size of a grain. This is the calibration equipment known as a pharma chamber.
We have our standard pharma chamber, and then the hospital also has its own pharma chamber, like this one. So they bring it here for calibration. During cancer treatment, remember you are projecting the radiation into someone's body. Mm-hmm. So when you're doing calibration also, we have to put this inside water. Using this, we do this, we put it like this.
That imitates the human body?
Yes, this is what you call a water phantom. Basically, the human body is usually 80% water. So what we do for us to ensure we're imitating the human body, we put this water into this water phantom, distilled water here, and then we put our chamber inside here. So this way we are mimicking the human body. Mm-hmm. Yes. So then we take measurements here with our chamber. Then we take the hospital chamber, we also take measurements, and then now we compare the two. And then we give them a correction factor. This is the only thing they have to bring for calibration. And then once they've brought this, they go to the LINAC and then use it to check the LINAC.
If the equipment is not well calibrated, healthcare workers risk either overexposing or underexposing the cancer patient.
In both situations, there's an effect. If, for example, you are treating stomach cancer and you have exposed the patient with radiation, what it means is that you're exposing the organs surrounding the stomach, which means you're doing more harm to the patient than assisting the patient. When it comes to underexposing, if you're supposed to give maybe say 40 gray, and then you're giving less, it means that the tumor is not going to be fully cured. This is where you hear scenarios where somebody has been treated cancer, it is not effective, maybe the cancer reoccurs, or they have to go to the hospital more times to get cure. So with this system here, we are able to ensure that all hospitals are able to give the correct dose to the patient during cancer treatment.
The Cobalt laboratory was launched in March this year.
Before we got this system here, they will take it to Germany, to Italy, to where to seek this service. But now, because we are here, they don't have to do that. They just bring it here. We take measurements with our hours, we take with theirs, and then we compare.
The shipping option saw hospitals wait up to 3 months. Now the calibration is done in 2 days, not mentioning the cost relief.
When you take it outside the country, you'll find out that hospital will spend about from around 3 million to even 4 million just shipping the equipment outside.
KEB says already over 10 hospitals use the services, with the low cost expected to trickle down to the patients. The calibration is also important to hospitals that offer diagnostic radiology scopes, such as conventional X-ray, CT scans, mammography, and dental X-ray. Kamchemenza for the Legends edition.
Ungependa kuwa mshindi na Lucky Box? Ni rahisi sana.
Bonyeza *463# uwe mshindi.
Kuna vitu vingi sana vya kushinda,
kama vile TV, kuka, washing machine, fridge, kipiki, pesa na hata gari. Na sio gari tu, Subaru.
Na kuna jackpots kadha wa kadha. kuna power jackpot ya 1.9 million.
Mega jackpot 2.5 million.
Na Super Sunday ya 3 million Kenya shillings. Kila mtu anaweza kuwa mshindi. Bonyeza *463#. Uwe mshindi. Kuchagua box ni kuchagua chapa.
Kumbuka, kila unapocheza Lucky Box unasaidia watoto kusoma.
So unbelievable, and I don't want to let it go. Trust me so much. I think you really trust me too. Stand calm. Voices that care are crying out loud. Para bailar la bamba, para bailar la bamba, te necesito una poca de gracia.
Welcome. Time again for the sports segment of the Legends Edition. I'm Topi Liambila. We start with the Elgon Cup, Uganda. The national men's 15-a-side rugby team, the Kenya Simbas, have retained the Elgon Cup trophy after mauling Uganda Cranes 21-5 in the second leg match played today at the Kings Park in Kampala, Uganda. Ephraim Oduor, Vice-Captain Eugene Sifuna and youngster Andy Kolomolo scored the all-important tries to the Kenyan team coached by Jerome Powaters as Timothy Okwemba made sure the conversions went through. Uganda earned their consolation through Sydney Ngonkoyo. The Kenya Simbas went into the match determined to give it all after they narrowly won the first leg 27-25 in a thrilling contest played at the RFUA grounds a week ago. Their determination bore fruit as they were crowned the Elgon Cup champions for another consecutive year after a 48-30 aggregate win over the Uganda Cranes. Some of the action. I'm back from the athletics ground. Timothy Kibet and Ruth Gitonga emerged victorious in the 13.5 Mount Longonot Trail Challenge that was held today at the Mount Longonot National Park. The challenge is among the World Mountain Running Association ranking events. Timothy Kibet of Milimani Runners won the elite men's 11.54-kilometer race in 1 hour, 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Saoli Michael Selelo of Run Together finished second in 1 hour, 4 minutes and 5 seconds, followed by his teammate Fantas Mwangi Njeri in 1 hour, 4 minutes and 6 seconds. Ruth Gitonga of Run Together Camp led her teammate Philaris Jeruto Kisang in a duo sweep of the women's elite race, which attracted 36 competitors. Ruth won the race in 1 hour, 14 minutes and 50 seconds, as Philaris clocked 1 hour, 15 minutes, 25 seconds. Joylyn Chepngen of Milimani Runners was third in 1 hour, 16 minutes, 51 seconds. Mount Longonot Trail Challenge took the athletes through hiking paths in the mountain terrain and was attended by the president of the World Mountain Running Association, Tomo South.
We are committed to work with the sporting fraternity, all the partners, all the sponsors to showcase Kenya through sports, because sports tourism's time is now.
This being the inaugural event, this has become so big. It's like we've been doing this event before, but we've never had such a big number. Champions coming and doing it in one place, and really you've seen that even those who are defending champions have been taken back to some positions because we have new champions also in Longonot, which gives us an indication that the future for mountain running is big.
I think it's also important for Kenyan athletics to not to start developing because mountain running is already well developed and popular in Kenya, but still to increase the development of mountain running in Kenya, because it's one of the sports that the most suits to Kenyan people, to Kenyan culture.
From the hockey leagues, Wazalendo men's hockey team today braved the morning rain to beat University of Eldoret men's team 4-0 in a thrilling league match played at the Sikh Union grounds here in Nairobi, thanks to Matthew Momanyi's double. Let's take a look.
Only 2 games were played today following the heavy rains that pounded Nairobi City today morning. When Wazalendo got into the field, they did not waste any time as they took an early lead in the first minute through Matthew Momanyi. Wazalendo did not stop there as Momanyi doubled the score, forcing a 2-0 halftime lead.
We've taken a lot of lessons and we desire to go back to the drawing board and do what we do best in UAE.
Mike Omboya added a third in the 49th minute of the third quarter as University of Eldoret seemed to falter.
We tried something new for our team and gave us results. We are looking at, because the season is already gone, we are looking at rebuilding the team.
Basil Ogocho's fourth sealed the win for Wazalendo.
The game was good. We won the game. We dominated. We played to instructions. A few things we need to improve on. I was not happy with the turnovers. We lost the ball. We had those unforced errors most of the time, but basically it was a must-win game for us because we are not in a good standing. Weather wasn't very good, but I mean it was bad for everybody. But I'm happy with the result.
In the ladies' matches, Grace Onyimbo's 55th minute goal ensured MSC ladies a 2-1 victory over Blazers.
I think the boys played very well. They enjoyed themselves. For us, this was our first season in the Premier League. It's a learning experience. We've conceded 4 goals, but I think the boys enjoyed themselves. And we are looking forward to the next matches and hope that the boys will grow from this.
The Kenya Hockey League matches continue tomorrow with several matches on card.
From the basketball scene, former Kenya Women Basketball League champions KPA started their campaign to reclaim their title this season with a deserved 67-56 win over Safe Spaces at the Nyayo Indoor Gymnasium. This was their first match since coming back from the Africa Basketball League, where they finished 4th place.
Safe Spaces were looking forward to upset the Dockers and began the game on a high to back the first quarter 16-8. KPA Dockers then decided they had given them enough time to shine to take control of the game from the second quarter, where they won 25-15. They went ahead to win the third quarter 2010, but let Safe Spaces have their way in the fourth quarter with a 15-14 win, but that was it as KPA emerged victorious.
I'll work more on defense, especially man defense and zone defense. I'll also work on shots, perimeter shots. We didn't do very well as expected. I'll also work on communication with the team, and I think those will be key for us to perform better in the next games.
A win is a win, but I can say we did not play well in the first 2 quarters. I don't know, maybe my players were maybe overconfident a bit, maybe they underrated our opponent, but it's good that they play like champions and we won the game.
In another match, Strathmore Swords secured a 69-51 win over Eldoret. For Legends Edition Sports, I'm Daniel Mwendwa.
Now we take a short break, but don't go away. On the other side, there's more sporting action.
Tangu nishinde gari imenisaidia sana. Nimekuwa nikitumia kubeba watu
Angalau naona life inabadilika. Sikosi angalau kwa siku.
Nilikuwa donda, nilikuwa tu msave hivi. Sasa hivi mimi nina gari, naweza drive na naweza beba watu, naweza make my own money.
Mungu amekutoa kwa matatu.
Dial *570# option 4. Hapo kuna Pro Box. Na ina feel poa sana kuendesha gari ambayo unajua imechangia pakubwa kusaidia society. Unaweza nayo busy yako ya transportation, ida kubebea watu wa soko vitu, na niko sure by the end of the day uta make ends meet. Dial *570# option 4 na Pro Box ya kushindaniwa.
Say bye-bye to FOMO, the fear of missing out, by downloading the KBC Online app that gives you access to everything you love. Get the latest news, sport, music, entertainment news, live radio, and so much more at the palm of your hand. To get the app, simply search KBC Mobile Digital app in your Google Play or App Store and download the app. Catch what you want, anytime, anywhere. Stay connected. Stay ahead with KBC Mobile Digital app.
Thank you and welcome for keeping it KBC on the Legends Edition. Now we move over to the handball scene where Moi Airbase men's handball team beat Bungoma Poly 28-26 in a closely contested league match played at the Ulinzi complex here in Nairobi, as matches at Kaloleni grounds were rained off. Moi Airbase did not want to take any chances after they lost their previous match 45-23 to Ulinzi last weekend. And so they began the game on a high note to take a massive 20-9 lead in the first half. Bungoma Poly, who are placed 24th in the standings, roared back in the second half to overtake them by 24-22 points, but Moi Airbase managed to regain their lead with 6 goals in succession to win the match 28-26. In other matches, Desert Scorpions at Amazon secured a walkover over Hunters and JKUAT, who failed to show up due to the heavy rains that played havoc in Nairobi. In the ladies category, Black Mamba beat NYS 25-23 as Ulinzi Sparks women secured a 48-20 win over NYS ladies. Some of the action from the Ulinzi complex. And now from the athletics scene, two-time world cross-country champion and double Olympic gold medalist Beatrice Chebet will take part in tomorrow's 2024 edition of the Cross International de Italica in Sant Pons, Sevilla, Spain. The 24-year-old has enjoyed a superb season. She won the 5,000 meters and 10,000 meters women titles at the 2024 Paris Olympics, 3 months after becoming the first woman to dip under 29 minutes barrier in the 10,000 meters race, when she clocked 28 minutes and 54.14 seconds in Eugene in May this year. Chebet, who is also the reigning world champion and world record holder for the 5-kilometer race, will be making her third appearance in the race following her runners-up spot in 2020 and her third placing in 2021. It will be her first race since a 5,000-meter victory at the Diamond League final in Brussels. Her compatriots Mercy Chepkemoi and Kazakhstan's Daisy Chepkemei will also take part in the cross-country tour, all determined to challenge her for the title.
Champion of 5,000 metres. She's got golds galore back home, and she's going to add one more to that collection here today in Belgrade. She holds the world record for women over 5K on the roads. Today she has another gold on the country. She is world champion over women.
All the best for Beatrice Chebet. Now for the Guru Nanak rally, where it's hands on deck for Nikhil Sachania as he gears up for the forthcoming 2024 ARC Guru Nanak Equator Rally, which is scheduled to rev off at the end of this month. Nikhil has been working on his hand-control Fiesta, which he said was in a good condition for the rally, scheduled to start on the 29th of this month to the 1st of December. This will be his second real outing with the Fiesta after a good test in the Rwanda Mountain Gorilla Rally. Nihela acquired his current Ford Fiesta Rally 3 car 4 months after he crashed his Mitsubishi Evolution X during the 2024 WRC Safari Rally Kenya. The other Kenyan rally drivers who have confirmed their participation in the season ender include, among others, reigning Kenya national champion Jasmine Chana, current leader Saman Vohra, and two-time Africa Rally champion Karan Patel. We switch gears to football, where the national men's soccer team Harambee Stars will face the Brave Warriors of Namibia on Tuesday next week in their last qualifying match of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. The team was knocked out of contention last night. Harambee Stars' hopes of reaching the Africa Cup of Nations for the 7th time was crushed by Zimbabwe, who held them to a 1-1 draw in Polokwane to snatch the all-important points they needed to secure a ticket to the continental showpiece in Morocco. The Kenyan team needed a win to harbor any hopes of joining group leaders Cameroon in the finals from Group J. The indomitable Lions were held to a barren draw by Namibia in the 5th round matches, with Zimbabwe awaiting them on Tuesday next week to decide who will top Group J. Kenya, on the other hand, hope to complete a double over Namibia, who they beat 2-1 in their first leg before both were eliminated. The match is scheduled to be televised live on KBC Channel 1 from 4 p.m, so make a date.
Kenya have got the equaliser that they craved. Michael Olunga holds on to the ball, the Kenya captain. Virat would have hoped for. Let's have a look at this again. Takwara, that is a deliberate handball, and Olunga then scores. First goal for Olunga for his national side. Couldn't miss from there. It goes no further. Zimbabwe have qualified for the 2020.
Still on the AFCON qualifying rounds, four-time African champions Ghana failed to qualify for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations after drawing 1-1 against Angola to finish last in Group F. The Black Stars' hopes had been lifted after 19 minutes when Jordan Ayew scored a stunning free kick but close-in header from Substitute Zini. In the second half, secured Angola a 1-1 draw that ended Ghana's run of 10 successive Africa Cup of Nations finals appearances.
Jordan Ayew with a beauty from downtown. Cutting in, coming out from the coals. Nicely done to Canero. To Canero's delivery. Oh, it's only gone as far as Milton. Milton! There's your header! Angola score! Zini comes to the rescue for Angola. And the entire stadium erupts as the Angolan fans celebrate an equaliser.
At least Kenya are not the only ones mopping the tears over these qualifying rounds. But now we come to another old story. I hope most of you remember one Iron Mike Tyson. Now, the former heavyweight boxing champion Mike Iron Tyson was a shadow of himself as he returned to the ring against YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul, who left a permanent stain on the two-time heavyweight champion's legacy with a tedious points win in an 8-round heavyweight match at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Let's take a look.
Tyson, who has not competed professionally in 19 years, was a shadow of his old self after he had bragged throughout the week that he was going to overcome the YouTuber turned boxer Paul.
What could you lose if you lose this fight? Thank you.
I'm not going to lose. I am not going to lose. Did you hear what I said?
Thank you.
Paul kept the slow and sluggish Tyson at range, landing jabs and accurate punches in an 8-round contest of 2-minute rounds.
34-18%. So Tyson is averaging more punches than he did in that fight with McBride.
At the end of the game, all three judges scored in favor of Paul with a score of 80-72, 79-73, and 79-73. The fight, sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, was contested at 2-minute rounds, and both fighters wore 14-ounce gloves instead of the regular 10-ounce gloves for heavyweight fights.
David Yakubuchi sees the contest 80-72, while judges Lawrence Cole and Jesse Reyes see it 79-73, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Jake El Gallo Paul!
And nothing there to show from Iron Mike, but definitely a good payday. And of course, my director tells me it's a wrap-up of the sports from the sports desk. The Legends Edition Sports. We say stay with us again till next Saturday. We hope to be with you again. And if I hand over to my colleague Mudibo, remember that there is Bridge over Congo with Kibangu Mfumu, Marie-Jose Winnie back, and DJ Salim Extra. Dancing shoes on. So wrap up Topi Liambila saying ciao ciao.
Well, that does it from the great team here with Anna Wangeshi as our sign language interpreter. I'm Edmund Mudibo. We thank you for the privilege of your time. Stay well, stay safe. God bless.